There was an announcement this week that there's a company called X2 Games who are working on not an app assisted or an app based game, but an Alexa assisted board game. Now, this is called Saint Noire, and it's set in this fictional town where there has been a murder. And you are playing, or 1 to 6 players are playing as the investigators who are trying to figure out who the murderer is and stop them before they can kill again. So Alexa will play as all of the characters. It will build the world. It will tell you where you're going, and it will tell you whether or not your clues are correct or not. And their premise is that every time you sit down to play this game, it's going to be slightly different because Alexa will take different cues from what you're doing, where you've been and who you've talked to and what questions you've asked it. There's not too much more about the game just yet, but it sounds like a very interesting concept. And with Alexa and a whole bunch of other stuff happening right now in terms of like the technology world when it comes to board games, it'll be really interesting to see whether or not this concept is then taken up in other ways as well, like going down the fantasy route and doing a big sort of like choose your own adventure style thing. That could be very cool. I know that Alexa kind of does that thing already. But it'd be very cool to see it expanded into being actually used with a physical product at the same time.
Now,
very good.
When Alexa's not running this, this is the creepy AI that laughs at people, isn't it?
Yeah, and you can have it sing to you.
And is plotting to take over the world, but just hasn't told us yet.
Well, if you ask Alexa if she works for the CIA, she shuts down. I kid you not. I have seen videos. However, this is something myself and John talked about ages ago, because you remember whenever...
we talked about Alexa taking over the world.
Not quite. It was about Alexa running games, and what we were talking about was converting old text RPGs that you would have seen way back when video games first came out, Go North, Attack Dragon, that kind of thing.
Like in Big, the ultimate one.
Yeah. What
like
they
strong
did...
bad, you cannot go ye, Dennis.
That's the sort of stuff.
What
was it in Big? He was trying to throw... What was he trying? He was trying to kill the ice monster or something before when he was a kid, and then he became big.
Yeah.
And then when he was big, he just went, do this. Yeah. And it killed it.
But for Alexa, they've already done something similar with this, with Skyrim. So Skyrim, Alexa essentially acts like a DM as you wander around the world, attacking and killing monsters, tracking your health and stuff. So
Murder hobos.
Huh?
Murder hobos. You have no fixed residence. You wander about just killing poor defenseless monsters and people in their own homes. You are
when
murder
they're
hobos.
washing their stuff in a river, you sneak up behind them.
Yeah.
Filthy murder hobos.
This was actually a practical joke the team that created Skyrim did, but it was a practical joke which they took too far, and it actually turned into a game. John has Alexa at home. We've played this a few times. It's actually quite fun. And whenever this first came out, we said, wouldn't it be great to see Alexa or another program like this take up that DM role? And that's what we're seeing in this game, which intrigues me. So I definitely want to get this in. I definitely want to steal John's Alexa, and I want to play this. Now, I wonder, if you steal Alexa, will she, call out for help? Help I'm being stolen?
I'm being nicked. I'm being nicked. I'm being nicked. I'm being nicked.
Yeah.
Till the battery runs out.
I don't know. What do you think, Ben? Are you excited about this, mate?
I think this is going to be really fascinating. I'd love to give it a go. I like my sort of intrigue deduction style games. I love Sherlock Holmes, Consulting Detective, and that kind of thing. So it's not too much of a leap to have Alexa reading out the stories and having voice actors involved with it as well, so that Alexa does kind of all the mechanical stuff, but then you have other people in the background voicing all the different characters and all that kind of thing, and putting emphasis on certain words and scripts and things. So it could be really fascinating to see how it all comes together. So
you see, I don't mind the idea of having AIs listening to me when I'm doing stuff that I particularly want them to listen to me. Right? Oh, that sounds weird, doesn't it? Anyway, I'm playing with Jerry. Right?
Yes.
I don't mind the
It's not
AI
getting any
listening
better.
to me doing that, because we'll be like, I'm getting ready to roll my dice. Oh, is it a 3 up to this, that, and the other? And the Alexa's sitting in the background going, well, actually, Lloyd, I think you'll find because your Berserker is doing this against such and such, it's actually a 4+ up. And do you remember that bit where he fatigued you and stuff? I don't mind it being a wee hint thing.
Yeah.
If it's just listening to you in the background and doing something useful, going, no, you haven't quite got that right.
You've screwed that. Don't do that. Never do that.
Yeah,
what would that be? Just really, really annoying.
Well, depends.
How many
Depends on
gaming
whether or not
groups
I'm
have
using-
that one friend that does what Lloyd's describing?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. This would be that one person. You know the way sometimes you'll play a game.
You're going to make that person redundant, though.
Yeah.
They're going to be sat in the corner grumbling to themselves going, God damn, Alexa knows the rules better than me.
Sometimes you'll be playing a game, right? And it's you and your other mate, and there's a third mate who knows it inside out.
Yeah.
And he's always there when you're playing it.
Yeah.
And then when he's not there, you realise we rely on that guy too much and we haven't got a fucking clue. Not one of what we're actually doing here.
You've seen Diced, haven't you, Lloyd?
Yes, I've seen Diced.
Yeah, so that's what you're describing.
Yes, but I don't necessarily. Yeah, well, Dazed is good.
Yeah,
you know, you
it is essentially a digital version of that friend.
Like, because Alexa is going to be is a mainstream product.
It's just sitting there listening. You're not actually physically having to go to the app and go, how does combat work?
Like Alexa, for example. Yeah. Well, how does this special weapon affect something? Blah blah blah. And Alexa will chirp in and go, oh well, actually on page such and such it says this.
Yeah.
And reads out the stuff to you.
So if you did it for like 40k, Alexa, how does plasma work for my Primaris Space
That'd be
Marine?
really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't it then?
It would be a hell of a lot of programming to get it right, but
Yeah,
yeah,
but
you
it'd be
could
cool
do.
if you could basically take a codex
Yeah.
and a rulebook and just feed it into Alexa. Alexa's listening to you play the game, and if it isn't chirping in just randomly, you could go, Alexa, what is the rule for such and such thing?
Yeah.
Because how many times do you stand at the table and you maybe by the end of it, a third of your time has been spent going, well, you know, when
Flicking.
you're,
Yeah,
when you're
flicking.
new to the game for a start anyway, you're flicking through going,
Yeah.
where the heck is this? This index is it's not very good.
So
Wouldn't it
you,
be cool if you could just go, Alexa, this,
Yeah.
and then she went, oh, it's on page 53, and now I could go, well, I'm going
Although-
to check that, Alexa,
although-
and make sure that
although
you're
to be
actually
fair-
telling me the truth.
With some games, I'm pretty sure would get Alexa going, that's on, no page numbers in this index. I'll check the glossary. No, the glossary doesn't go anywhere. Why is the glossary even here? I want to know the rule. That's why I'm looking up the rule in the glossary. Why do you not tell me what the rule is in the glossary? Why do you exist, glossary?
Or she might turn around and go,
shuts herself
that's not in the
down.
rule book, but in the appendices, on the update, in the FAQ, it's this. Yes! We just play the game. And Alexa just says, yeah, that's how you do it.
Yep.
Maybe. That'd be cool. I'm
use it-
excited about that.
Use it for some
coming
sort
to
of...
Kickstarter
If
soon.
not for this,
Yeah.
I'm not saying this isn't nice, but if not for this, for what we just talked about, make that happen, world. That's
bring
the
it
way.
to
That's the way
Kickstarter,
to
you
go.
could make a mint for that kind of an app. Oh wait, Diced already did it, I think.